Good evening. Are you all able to unmute yourselves?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Yes.
Vijay.
Good morning.
Hi.
Very good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Welcome, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yes.
Namaste, Vijay sir. Good evening.
Yeah, namaste. Good evening.
Sir, I wanted to tell you something. जो आप कल last में जो हम लोग money hold कर currency hold करके meditation आप करा रहे थे, तो
Yeah.
you were making us experience the energy of Mahalakshmi. But
Yeah.
in my meditation, I saw Lord Shiva.
Oh,
Does
great.
that signify anything?
That signifies that blocks have to be destroyed. Shiva is a destroyer.
Okay.
So you can reach Lakshmi only when you take help of Shiva and destroy the blocks, the knots.
Wow. Thank you. Actually, कल आपसे बात नहीं हो पा रही थी, and I'm very first timer in any of Mystic Lotus
Okay.
workshops. So it was really nice. Thank you. Felt very peaceful after doing your talk yesterday.
Great. Great.
बहुत अच्छा लगा. Thank you.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much.
Sir, yesterday I missed the class, but that 20 minutes episode I saw in the YouTube. It was so intense. I don't know. I felt. Almost I slept. Not sure what happened. But exactly at the 20th minute, I could able to wake up.
Okay.
Is that because of too much of grossness or not really sure?
Can't say, but good that you were able to feel the peace.
Yeah,
You were able
that's.
to feel the silence. That is good. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Anybody wants
Hello,
to share? Yes, Kanchan.
Hello, sir. Yesterday I saw Lord Shiva and a very big snake in the dreams. So
So
it
good.
was very beautiful. ऐसे बहुत ऐसे cobra type बड़ा सा सांप. Then I got little scared, but then when I was going little near, then I saw Lord Shiva.
Beautiful. Very nice. Raise your vibrations. Money will come to you.
Yes, sir.
Open up your blocks. Work on your blocks. Money will come to you then.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
So yesterday I couldn't attend your session. So if I hear your audio, that recorded one, will I be able to remove some of my abundance blocks?
You go through the session. You go through the session. See what happens.
Okay.
See how it helps you.
Vijay, sir,
Yes.
I received a call saying that I've got, my client has sent some money.
Oh, great. How much?
Probably 50K, which I had not asked for, but I got it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Super. Share it in the Telegram group, no?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Yes, Meenakshi.
Hello.
Yeah, Meenakshi.
Hi, sir. Good evening.
Good evening.
Sir, I have very good experience. Yesterday, after meditation, today I feel very light regarding money-related issues. So mostly the time I always stuck up somewhere, and I have very much fear of losing money. Since because I am not working from last 5 years, I quit my job and I went into healing modalities. I learned different modalities, and still I am learning, but I am not doing anything. And every time I was in fear, whatever I have and whatever I earn, I always have a fear to lose that money. But after yesterday's meditation, I feel so light inside me. And when you are doing that meditation, now I have 500 rupees note in my hand, and literally I feel vibration in that note. So today I feel very light inside. My whole day was very light. So it's really a nice experience for me. I don't feel any fear of money now.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very
So
nice.
thank you so much, and I definitely try to join your course, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome, Meenakshi.
और सर आप जब कल मेडिटेशन करा रहे थे ना, तो जब हमने नोट पकड़ा था, तो दोनों हैंड माइनर चक्रास, राइट हैंड एंड लेफ्ट हैंड, I could feel them pulsating both my hands. There was
Okay.
so much vibration there. And like the person just mentioned right now, आज पूरा दिन बहुत light लगा. It was very nice. My own meditation was very nice in the morning today.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
Manisha.
Yes. Yes. Hello, Vijay. I have one question or a couple of questions regarding to the workshop.
Yeah.
If one has, psychic attacks and black magic and money blocks due to past life karmic issues, can they be resolved with the knots clearing?
They can be resolved, but then it is specific. You will have to remove the black magic as well, along with doing the Samruddhi. The Samruddhi becomes kind of a mandatory thing if you're related to money directly. But then black magic, for all those people who are affected by black magic, then that becomes a mandatory thing. Along with this, you also have to parallelly work on resolving that particular issue.
Okay, so the workshop can resolve some of the knots.
The workshop will look into resolving the knots, but wherever there is a black magic knot, it will not be able to penetrate beyond that. Maybe as I mentioned yesterday also, there are people with black magic and negative energies. They have also benefited from the workshop, but not as much as the other people who don't have black magic or they have removed black magic. So the Mahakal ritual and all, it is so powerful, it will go inside. It will penetrate. But the advantage or what benefit you would get from the workshop would be much more if you also look at parallelly removing your black magic thing. Of course, you can look into starting with Samruddhi, and then as you go on looking into this and as you go on doing the Samruddhi ritual, the SMR and the SMC every day, and of course the wallet cutting and whatever is taught. So that will help you to parallelly clear the money blocks. Because these are two separate things which have to be worked upon.
And how can one know if one has black magic?
How can one know?
I've been told, but I just want to, should I ask you privately?
Yeah, you can ping me. I will.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Vijay, how are you?
Yeah, I am fine, Omega. Yeah.
Vijay, actually, I'm not living with my husband. I'm kicked out of the house. We have some issues, husband and wife. So I'm sometimes here, sometimes there, homeless in my friend's house, cousin's house, like that. So, I want to do this course and I want to, uplift myself because I know I cannot go back in that house because they don't want me back. So this candle burning and other rituals, how can I do if I'm living in others' house, if they don't allow me? And you were talking about something like Pitru Paksha, which I don't understand because I don't know all these things. So how can I do all these things?
Yeah, so whatever you cannot do, you just bypass that particular thing or you ignore that particular thing. And as far as Pitru Paksha is concerned, that particular was a separate workshop, which is generally held in Pitru Paksha or the Pitru Paksha time, generally in India, which happens in September or October.
Yeah, because
so
I'm not Indian.
She started with that particular program. That is what she meant to say. So Pitru Paksha is no way connected with our thing right now.
Okay.
And you can do what all you can, whatever is possible, and rest you leave it on the divine.
Yeah, because
there are many things. The ritual is only one. There is only one ritual in this and one in life transformation. But then there are many other things which are there. And in fact, in the very first 6 days, the life transformation workshop, you will get to know a very major block, which is holding you back.
Okay, because I'm living with other people, they don't allow me to do so many things. So that's why I was worried if I join. So what can I do?
No, don't worry. As I told yesterday, also spiritual processes and religious processes are different. Whatever you cannot do, just bypass that as of now. Whenever it is possible in future, you have that attunement, you can always do it later.
Thank you, Vijay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. Will
you come to Dubai? Please.
Let's see. I'm on Zoom now.
Inshallah.
Sir.
Yeah, no.
सर मैंने अभी तक कोर्स नहीं किया है तो मैं ये कर सकती हूँ ना?
Yes, you can.
मुझे आपकी I don't know any healing of yours like.
So this is not about knowing any healing. This is about healing yourself and removing your own blocks. Okay. So definitely it will help you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Vijay ji, I have done some Akashic Records readings, and people have told me that somebody has done black magic on me, which is why I have so many abundance blocks in me. So, do you have any particular remedy for removing this black magic?
That you can connect with me separately on my personal this thing.
Okay.
And yeah, I will connect you for that, because that is not connected with our Samruddhi course as of now. But then yes, if you want any help regarding that, you can contact Amrish, or you can contact me on my personal this thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Arpana.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not attended your session yesterday. So, is it possible the energies of the yesterday's call will be there in the replay?
Yeah, it is there. You can go through the replay, the full replay, and you can take the healing also, the 24-hour activation.
Okay. And I would just like, as some other people are asking, is it possible to find out if there is any black magic thing done?
Oh, why are you getting attached to black magic?
No. I mean, see, I'll tell you, I'm a doctor basically, but I'm not working professionally. And every time I think of going out to do something or the other crops up, and I'm like stuck back at home. So, and I had been a very good student, and like I was very good in my work, but somehow or the other I'm not able to practice, though I want to.
When you do the life transformation workshop, the bonus one which is mentioned, you will get your life answers there. It is not necessary that everybody for whom things are not working out, they are affected by black magic. It is not.
No, it was just a query.
I got it.
Out of curiosity.
Yeah, I got it. So this is what I'm saying now is.
I'm not saying that I am I don't feel that it is there, but I was just because people were asking, I said maybe there is something or something. I'll ask you.
No, don't bother on that. Just move ahead, even if it is black magic or whatever it is. As you go on, and you get in sync with the laws of the universe, the divine helps you in removal of that through proper source.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Yeah, Manisha. Fast, we need to start our session.
Yeah, same how the ma'am was asking just now, Dr. Ma'am. So similar issue I am facing whenever I am trying to start something, or income source generation, something or the other happens. Basically, I am getting giddiness, headaches, or some kind of health issues which are kind of obstacle for that. So, and this is fine since long time. So I also feel how to check if it is black magic.
There is no way to check actually. There is no tool or instrument to check. You yourself will come to know. So don't bother, as I told, don't bother on the black magic. You just move ahead, because there are many questions to your life issues which will be answered in the bonus itself, which starts on the 7th. In that itself, your questions would get answered. So not all problems are black magic issues. But then yes, if there are black magic issues, that needs to be removed professionally.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So anybody wants to share experiences from yesterday? Anything happened? Any monetary gain? Anybody here? There are 80 people in the room. Anyone here who wants to share any monetary gain or some unexpected money you received, or some good news related to money you received? Yeah, Dimple.
हाय सर, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है। जैसे मैंने मनी रेकी का 3rd लेवल किया है मास्टर्स, और उसके बाद मैंने ग्रैंड मास्टर किया है मनी रेकी में। तो मेरे हस्बैंड का मैं 7 चक्रास की हीलिंग भी करती हूँ, और उसके अलावा जो रेकी होती है वो भी करती हूँ। पर समझ नहीं आ रहा है कि उनका एग्जैक्टली क्या ब्लॉकेज किस चीज में है, कि उनका बिजनेस अभी प्रॉपरली चल नहीं रहा है। और मेरी मेडिटेशन मतलब 3 से 4 घंटे की होती है, और फिर मैं 24 पॉइंट्स की जो हीलिंग होती है उसमें भी उनको मर्ज करके उनके और अपनी दोनों की हीलिंग करती हूँ। तो आई थिंक 5-6 आवर्स की तो मेरी मेडिटेशन होती है, पर उसके बावजूद भी मतलब पैसे की बहुत प्रॉब्लम, मतलब ब्लॉकेज है ऐसा। तो मेरे मैम को पूछती हूँ तो वो बोलते हैं कि ब्लॉकेजेस बहुत ज्यादा है, पर उसके लिए भी मैं कितनी हीलिंग करती हूँ, और रूट चक्रा के अलग मेरी आधे घंटे की हीलिंग होती है। तो
I got it. See, Dimple, I'll tell you what. We feel that life can be resolved through healing. So that is just a partial truth, or it is an illusion. Not everything can be resolved through healing. When the person himself who is affected, till the time he does not wake up to what his blocks are, nobody else can do anything. So your husband needs to wake up to his blocks. There might be life lessons which he's not learning. There might be blocks which he has to discover, and he's not doing that. So you cannot do his spiritual work. Every soul has a different role to play. Every soul has a role to play in his own evolution. So you can just help him, but you cannot clear all the blocks, or you cannot heal him completely. Yes, sometimes here and there we can heal others as well. That is a totally different thing. But if there is something which your husband needs to learn and move ahead, then he needs to learn. Then whatever you do is basically not going to help you. So you seem to be moving in a somewhat wrong direction. He needs to wake up to his blocks. If there is something which a person needs to learn, then what will you do? What will your healing do to him?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Chalo, fast, very fast. Rupali, you have a question. You have raised your hand.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Actually, today I got a call saying that someone is interested in going for renting our house. So that was something unexpected.
Wow.
But the thing was that our house, and we are not yet ready to rent it out, So is there something which is like, it's like a block again, or it's not the time?
Go by your inner call. Go by your inner call.
Okay.
Whatever you see, whatever you feel inside is the call of the soul. So go by your inner call. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dimple. You'll have to unmute yourself, Dimple.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yesterday I did the healing, Veejay, and on the call it was my brother, my nephew, and me. All three of us were there on the call. So when you did the healing yesterday, my nephew and I did feel, something happening in the solar this thing over here.
Yeah.
And today I got 2 registrations for tuition which will start from Monday.
Oh.
And he also got, he does, just a little here and there supplies, does hospitality supply. So he also got an order from a restaurant for them to, to supply his whatever goods they wanted.
Wow, that's super. And what's the amount?
See, for him, the amount is 500.
Okay.
And for me, the amount is 3,000.
Okay, great. Share it in the Telegram group, please. For all of you who have got experiences, please share it on the Telegram group.
Sure. I'll do that in a while. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So shall we start today's session? Yeah, Izil.
Hello.
Yes, Izil.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, namaste. I'm calling from Chennai.
Yeah.
I have attended long back your video call, and again, this is the second time I'm attending. I have certain family issues, and my daughter, she couldn't complete her MBBS degree, and she has, she started going with some bad behaviors like drinking, taking drugs, kind of things. And my husband is also drinking. Due to COVID, he couldn't make up his business has gone down. So I'm trying with mudras, I'm trying with Reiki, I'm trying with flower medicine, but it's not working out nicely.
Cannot hear you, Azil. Okay, chalo, we'll connect again. So all ready to start? Yeah, your screen just blanked off. Yeah, Azil. So what was your question?
Oh, you couldn't hear anything? I explained everything. Oh,
Yeah, so I understood that there are these things, and then you're working some mudra and these things, some flower remedies. So what exactly is your question?
yeah. What should I do? Is there any solution for my problem in this?
Nothing coming to me as of now.
Sorry?
Nothing coming to me intuitively as of now, wherein I can help you in any way. I think there are dark energies around. Try to look into clearing that.
No, sir. Actually, you are not audible much. Tell me.
I feel there are
I'm
dark
asking you,
energies
is there
around.
any-
I
Sorry?
feel there are dark energies around. Work around that. Look into clearing that.
Hello.
Hello, yes, Srinivas.
Yeah, I want to say something. My finance is totally stuck. From nowhere, I'm getting anything to get finance this thing. I want a financial stability. Means there is no income source. I'm only taking the debt. So let me know.
Look into the workshops. Go through the.
Anything coming to you by seeing me right now?
No, I can't say. Look into the workshops. They are there. Knowing is a secondary thing. Working on yourself is a primary thing. So look into what needs to be done. Right? So if I tell you 2 things or 4 things about you, those are all of no use till the time there is no process to heal your situation. So start your healing. You can get into any package, and then your healing can start from there. In that, you'll get quite a few answers to your questions.
Thank you.
Sir, can I ask a question, please?
Chalo, fast. Last.
Sir, I'm actually yesterday I could not attend your session. Can someone know about where does his blockage, उसका blockage कहाँ है? पता कर सकता है वो अपना blockage कहाँ है उसको? Can he know about it?
See, blockages you will be able to know. Why not? You will be able to know blockages, but for that you have to be in that state of vibrations where you're able to understand that this is a block.
Okay.
Right now, when we are in such a grave, difficult situation, we will not accept, even if the block is standing right in front of us. We will not come to know whether this is a block. We will not own that block. We will say that this is not a block at all. So as you raise your vibrations, then you will be able to recognize slowly and steadily your blocks.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So let's start today's session. Right. Let me start the screen share. Can everybody see the screen?
It's blank.
Screen is blank? Oh.
It's blank.
1 minute. Now?
Yeah, now it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. So let's start with what is money. Now, we had covered this yesterday briefly. So money is an energy, a consciousness, vibrations which need to be raised. Money is not a mere commodity which we feel will bring happiness and success. Now, one of the biggest myths is that people feel that if I have a lot of money, I'll be happy. And if I earn this much, then my life is set. Then everything will be like all happiness will come to me. Now, let me share with you. I don't remember whether I shared this yesterday. There was a friend of mine and his father who was retiring from a bank around just 6 days left to retire, and he was so happy. He said, my son is going to get married in a few months, then I will have a grandson, and now I'm going to live my retired life with all the pension and all, everything beautifully, and I'm just going to enjoy my life now. I'm just tired working. And he thought, I'm going to get all the money now which will come, the provident fund and all whatever you get on retirement, the retirement fund and all. It so happened that just 6 days to retirement, and he fell down from the stairs. Not a big fall, but then just 4 or 5 stairs he fell down. And you know what happened was that he had a major injury in his leg, and then a rod had to be inserted in his leg. And till today, it's been around 10 to 12 years, and the rod is permanent in his leg, and he can just walk comfortably with one leg, and he's in pain throughout. So we feel that when money will come, And we make in our mind timetables as to, okay, this, if this happens, then we would be happy. If this happens, we would be happy. But then that does not happen. Money cannot bring you happiness, but it is happiness that can bring you money. The way this energy comes to you, the way money comes to you, it will treat you that way. If this comes to you happily, then it will keep you happy. If it comes to you unhappily, it will bring unhappiness into your life. So the aim of life should not be to become rich. There are so many people who day in, day they pray that I want to become rich, I want to become rich, I want to have a lot of money. But then the actual prayer should be a prayer of abundance, that you want to be abundant. You should be in a state of Samruddhi. And what exactly is abundance or Samruddhi? It is all these things. It is about health, it is about money, it is about fame, it is about success, it is about having children, it is about having peace. So it is about all these things, which in Sanskrit it is called Ashta Aishwarya. So only when you have Ashta Aishwarya can you have a fulfilled life. And if any of these components is missing in your life, then there will be a void, and you will always look into clearing or looking out for that particular thing. Even today, there are a lot of people who have money, and as I mentioned yesterday, the relationships are not good. They are not at peace with themselves. They don't have good relation with their children. Okay, the screen is visible, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Now it is.
Yeah. So if you aim to become rich, you can become poor. If your goal in life is to become rich and earn only money, you can become poor. But if you thrive to be abundant, that means the Ashta Aishwarya or the Samruddhi, you can never become poor. Right? And that is what is or should be the aim of life. Now let us look into the karmic blocks. Yesterday I had quite a few questions, even on my personal window, about this knot, that knot, this block, that block. That is all okay. So now everybody has a past. That is what we had discussed yesterday. Everybody has a past, and everybody here is here and he's brought karmic blocks. Some have many, some have some, but then there are karmic blocks everybody has. Even me, if I'm facilitating this program, it is not that I'm not having karmic blocks. I am also having karmic blocks, right? So it is not because you cannot go back and you cannot change the past, right? The only thing is that you can heal the future, heal the past, right? To create a new future. Now, what happens is that when this way, and yesterday, as I mentioned, I will explain to you pictorially, and this is what it is. This is what I've been able to make. So when you only think of moving ahead, but you don't move ahead, you only think. There are so many people I speak to. Oh, I have to do this. I have to do this. Acha, I'll do this, and I have to do that workshop of yours. I have to do this, or for anybody else also. He says that I have this particular block, but then he has those timetables in the mind. Okay, I'll do it next year. I'll do it this. I'll do it this. But when you don't move, you create a part of the karmic loop. When you're only asking about the future, there are so many people who are so fascinated by knowing the future and they run after future predictors. It is not wrong. But then these are so divine tools that you should be able to understand, and you need vibrations to understand what is coming out from the tarot cards, or what is coming out from the divination cards, or the astrologer when he's speaking, and things like that. It is only the state of vibrations which can absorb whatever is coming out in the future readings. But then there are so many people who are so obsessed with just going in from one reader to another, from another to another, because they want to hear they want to hear from others what is there in their mind. They want someone who if someone comes and tells them, oh, your future is so good and things are going to change drastically, and then they are just happy in that zone and they don't do anything. So if you are in that state, you are creating a karmic loop. The future predictors are there. You need to get guidance. That is all okay. But then along with that, you need to move and you need to get into a process which will help you clear these karmic blocks and not create karmic loops further on. When you keep just hoping for a miracle or a turnaround in life, you're just hoping that, things happen. It is then that you're creating this, you're closing this loop When you cannot let go of money, there are so many people whom I meet, and then they say, oh, I need to clear this, I want to do this, I need to do the black magic clearing, I need to do this, but I don't have money. Now you need to understand that when you need to give money to learn about money or to do a particular course or do a particular thing, that also is money karma. And you should go down and with complete love, you should part with that money. If you keep holding on to money, money will not stay with you, because money is the water element. You cannot hold water in your hands. But there are people who just try to hold on and on and on to money. And as a result, what happens is that somewhere the money has to go out. Somewhere the water will go out. You cannot hold water captive. You cannot hold Lakshmi captive. It will go through some illnesses. It will go through some business loss, or some way it will go out. When you want your life situations to change, but you do not want to work on it, then a karmic loop is formed. That means you just want others to work on it, or if you want nature to take care of that, or God to take care of that, it does not happen that way. So this is the way the karmic loop is formed. As you go on having this kind of a belief, this kind of a thinking, slowly and steadily, it is not about the karmic blocks. The karmic blocks are there as it is. You have not worked on that. But as a result of all this thinking and all these things, you have just created a vicious karmic loop. And so many people are in this karmic loop. They are thinking that they will come out of it. They are just yearning to come out of it, but then they cannot, because they have themselves closed. They have themselves joined all the blocks, and they have themselves trapped in. They are themselves trapped themselves in this karmic loop, and that is how you cannot. These people, they cannot come out, and it is a very sad situation. Of course, I was also in such a situation a few years back, and I have been able to identify those things, and I have been able to work on myself to help myself come out of all these things. So it is only you that can help yourself out of this karmic loop. The karma is not something which is bad. That is already done. Everybody has karma. Everybody carries that sort of karma. Sorry, but it is the karmic loop which is vicious. So vibrations is the key. Like maths, physics, biology, chemistry, all are vast sciences. So is the science of consciousness and vibrations, right? So, and that is why it is called wealth creation, because you create it through your vibrations. All the money you want, all the wealth you want, you only create it through your vibrations. You cannot create it from any other way except your vibrations and your consciousness. As you raise your vibrational level, you will find the right people in your life. The people who will give you business. If you are in a business, if you're running a business enterprise, people will give you business. You will automatically be able to attract good vendors. You will automatically be able to attract good support people who will support you. You will attract the right clients. You will attract the right opportunities. Have you seen there are so many people, they attract the opportunities and just at the right time, right? You will attract the right ideas, because the ideas have to come, and those ideas are not just the basic ideas which have to come. They are there with every human brain, or every human mind is going to attract ideas. But then there are those ideas which, when you implement those ideas, they have to come from a higher state of consciousness, that when you implement that, or when you get into doing or looking into doing those ideas, looking into doing practically these ideas, they are going to manifest, and they're going to bring a lot of abundance towards you. So the right ideas have to come, the right plans have to fall in place, the right time has to come, or the right time you will attract. You will get the right messages from the universe as to what needs to be done. As I think somebody just asked, what are the blocks? How do I know? When you raise your vibrations, automatically the universe would guide you. It is not that you require necessarily someone like me. The universe is there for you, and everybody can actually know his own blocks, and everybody, the universe can guide everybody as to how to clear the blocks. The right information, the right script, the right connections will come to you, but it will happen only when you raise your vibrations, not in this particular state, wherein you are in the state wherein you think, oh, the solution does not come from the same frequency from where the problem was created. So that is where you need to raise your vibrations if you really need to come out of, and you need to clear these knots. So as Arjuna saw only the bird of the eye, So the aim, if your aim in life is money and money is the biggest worry, then you need to learn about money and understand everything related to it and connect to it as money energy. Only when you know how money functions and its properties would you be able to enhance your money world. You should know what the money energy likes. You should know what are the blocks of money. You should know how the money flows in. You should know by doing what the money would go out. When you study money, like you have a thesis and then you study, it is only then that you get to know what exactly is everything about money. More than 90% people even die without knowing the root causes of their money issues. And then they are, of course, born again with all these things. So there are so many talented, expert, witty business owners. There are so many people who are probably, so many of you here might be much better than your competitors, much better than your competitors. But then the only thing is that because you've not been able to open the money knots, it is there that you have got stuck up and you're not able to come out of your money woes. So, of course, an evident answer to these questions: do we love our spouse? You would always say yes. Do you know what his or her favorite food is? You would always say yes, isn't it? Do you know what your spouse's favorite dress is? You would know, you would say yes, isn't it? Most of the questions will have an answer yes. Do you know what his or her favorite place is? Where would she like to chill out? Where would she like to go for a holiday or something? So when you love your spouse, or for that matter, anybody, your children, your mother, your father, you know this information about your father, about your mother, or about your loved one, isn't it? So if you love money, do you know so much about money? Do you know what it is that money likes? What exactly it is that money wants from me to be with me? If you really love money, then you should look into knowing more about money. But the worst part is that we are actually, let me get into this slide first. We are actually in a contradicting relationship with money. And that is why we are not able to come out. You know what is this contradicting relationship? The contradicting relationship is we are hurt with money. Because money has eluded us all this while. It has not been there steady with us. Some of us have not seen big money, what we want to. Some of us have seen, but it has been for a while and then money has gone away and then not come back. Some of us have been, but then the money came in and then the money went out. So we have not been comfortable with the money energy, isn't it? We are hurt with the money energy. The other side of it is you want that money energy because you know that it is the sixth element of survival. And it is here that it is completely contradicting. Both the things are completely contradicting. On one side, you want to love money, but on the other side, you are so very hurt with money. Until the time we do not resolve this, the money cannot flow into our life. And this can be a major block for quite a few people. And that is where you need to remove the hurts related to money. So many hurts related to money. Whenever we see someone being successful, whenever we see someone buying a new car, and possibly if we are not able to buy that, whenever we see someone moving to a big house and we are not able to do that, somewhere in our mind, in the mind of minds, in our mind, we feel that, why didn't I get this house? It would have been so nice if I would have got this house or such a house. Money has always eluded me, and you get hurt with money. So till the time you do not resolve these contradicting relationships with money, till that time money will continue to elude, because you have to resolve that particular thing. When you say you love a particular person, then in that case, you need to accept that person completely. And if you cannot accept that person or that energy completely, then there is no love. It is only attachment. So basically, if you see, you yourself are the biggest judge whether is there attachment to money or is there real love for money. Because it is about energy. If you love money, money will come to you. It is the water element, it will find its way out to you. But if you just are attached to money, money will keep on eluding you. The second thing why we are not able to come out are the illusionary hopes and the parrot prayers. You know what are illusionary hopes? We just hope for hope. We just hope one day the money will come in. One day I'm going to be successful. And then we have these tears, and then we have those petty things wherein we just go into that. Oh, I have not seen things work out for me, and my life has been like this. And this is the self-talk which goes on. My life has been like this for so many years. One day something is going to happen. One day we have that thing. One day something will happen. One day a miracle will happen. One day. So we are into those illusionary hopes. Yeah, definitely one day something can happen. But if you work to manifest that one day, then one day something can definitely happen. And the parrot prayers, you know what are parrot prayers? Parrot prayers are the same prayers. Whenever you go to an idol, whenever you worship an idol, whenever you get into a healing, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. There is a way to pray. You know that there is a 8 to 10 step to pray, which we of course take it in one of our different workshops. It is only then that a prayer can be successful. So we always have these parrot prayers. Any particular idol we see, any particular healing modality we come across, any particular this thing we come across, we just have those parrot prayers in our mind. Oh, this should work for me. This should work for me. God help me in this. God help me in this. But it has just become a practice. It is just coming out because it is saved there in the subconscious mind, and it just oozes out. The prayer has to be a heartfelt prayer. So we have tried all the so-called magical strategies to earn more. We have even tried different healing courses that promise to cure our money energies, isn't it? All we have got is disappointment. Not because these were ineffective, or in value, or not of value. Not because of that. As I said yesterday also, every course or everything what comes your way is effective and valuable. But all that really matters is whether you are aware of the knots and are you trying to opening the knots, or you're working on a totally different field and you're actually wasting your soul time. And that is what really is. You should know how to work. When the Buddha worked, when the Buddha went to meditate, he knew what all were his blocks. And he worked specifically on those blocks, and he got enlightened in 7 years. We all know that. There have been people who have been moving on and pursuing for so many years and lifetimes. They have not got enlightened like the Buddha could, just because the Buddha knew exactly what his blocks were, and he looked into resolving those things. So the first thing is knowing about, and that is what yesterday I mentioned. That is why Saraswati is always there. The goddess Saraswati is always there whenever you worship Lakshmi. You should know what it is. So let's get into some principles of money. Money comes through us through variable resources, that is through money saved, less expenses, fortune, etc. We just hope for it. But then when the Sahasrara opens up, when the blocks open up, somebody will gift you something. Somebody can gift you something, and that is also money which has come in. Right? We feel that money will only come through the work that I'm doing through, and that is such a limited belief system. But then the money can come from anybody. In fact, last time when we did Samruddhi, I think there was a lady who said my father or some cousin, somebody gifted her a holiday outside. So money can come. Please mute yourselves. Please don't unmute. Okay, so the money can come through so many variable resources, but then you need an open mindset for that. The Sahasrara needs to be opened up. The block needs to be opened up for money to come to you from different directions. We should always receive and give happily, because it is in happiness that we have already discussed resides the goddess Lakshmi, and it is happiness that is going to attract the money. If you give in anger, and this is the applied law of attraction related to money, if you give in anger, you will always get anger when money comes to you. If you give in frustration, other people will give you in frustration, or when the money comes to you, you will get frustrated. And it is not that the money coming to you and you will get frustrated that the money is coming to me, but then when the money comes to you, you keep that money, and That money is there slowly and steadily. Something or the other happens, and then you get frustrated on someone else or the situation or something like that. It's not because it is the energy which is in play. If you torture and get money from other people, you will be tortured. If people pay you unhappily, you will be unhappy. Or rather, if you are giving unhappily, then you will receive unhappily. If you disrespect money, you will be disrespected. So some ways in which we repel money unknowingly, when we do not respect money and we throw and give. And this is so very evident in so many times. And in India, many times, if there is in the olden days, actually, it does not happen now. When there was an auto rickshaw who used to come and then your child used to come from school, and the mother used to just throw money from the balcony and then to give it to the auto rickshaw wala and all. So whenever you're throwing money, you're disrespecting the money energy. Money energy is the most sensitive of all the energies. Whenever you play in India, there is a time when you play cards and all, and it is then that you play with money also. It's okay that if you're playing for just that season and all, it's okay. But then what I mean to say here is that it is at that time that you throw money. Because when everybody is putting up money, then you also throw money and give. It is there at that time that you're disrespecting the money. So you need to look into these small things wherein you are disrespecting the money energy, which you should look into correcting. If you do not like your work, then you will repel money unknowingly. There are many people, so many people who are not, as I mentioned yesterday, they are not in correct scope of work. They're not in the correct category of work for what they should be doing. So they are not satisfied with their work. If you're not satisfied with your work, if you're not liking your work, you will not get abundance. The money coming to you will not stay with you because you're not happy inside with the work, what you're doing. If you condemn the opposite person, then also money will get repelled. If there is unnecessary spending, gambling, or if money is earned by wrong ways, like evading tax, if there is improper energy exchange, that means if you have overcharged a person or undercharged a person, and there is no win-win effect, that means you're doing something for the other, but then there is no win-win formula in that, then definitely it will repel money. If there is a miser approach, that means there is no giving at all, no spending at all, you've just kept it in the bank, then also you will repel money. If you count money fast, money will not stay with you, you will repel money. So some money tips: keep money flowing. Do not keep it stagnant like miser. Spend it, allow it, because currency means current. We've already discussed that. You might have heard this at places. You need to keep a bay leaf. These are just some 2-3 tips I'm giving you here. Of course, a lot of tips are there in the workshop. So keep a bay leaf in your wallet, always, to attract money. Sprinkle cinnamon powder on tea and drink. Remove all old newspaper from your house. Keep notes straight. And these are Indian notes, which I've shown. Of course, the dollars also, you can keep it in the same way. And what you see, the picture which you see in the PPT, that is the way notes should actually be kept. The higher denomination note should always be at the back, and then the next denomination note, and then the next, and that. A cluttered wallet shows a cluttered mindset. So your wallet should be free. Your wallet should be systematic. If your wallet is systematic, it means, or it signifies, that your money world can be systematic, right? So what is failure? Failure is a knot which is unidentified and unworked on, and this will always come back as a wave. This wave becomes a pattern till we don't learn. The life speaks, our life speaks, our body speaks, our money world speaks. You know what? Anybody lower back pain? If there is lower back pain, it is money worries. It is about a big money knot unresolved, and it has, the body is speaking up that there is an unresolved, a huge unresolved money knots or multiple money knots in your consciousness, and the body is giving you hints. The life will always, this life is so beautifully, this universe is so beautifully designed, although on the face of it we don't feel that way. But then every problem always the root cause of the problem, or every problem will come back to you again and again and again, because it is coming to you. Why it is coming to you again and again and again? Because the universe is giving you a chance to look into resolving that. But there are so many people who just turn a blind eye to it. You just look into the patterns, just look into it as to what it is, and then you will come to know, when you deeply introspect, that what is happening. Why is it that the same thing is repeating? When you ask right questions, you get the right answers. But when you just sit down and crib, oh, nothing is happening with me, and this also didn't happen with me, and my life is going to go like that only, then it will go like that, right? So look into what is coming. Of course, the life transformation course speaks a lot about such things. So till we do not clear our money knots, we will not be able to attract money consistently in our lives. So the law of wasted efforts, do you know what is the law of wasted efforts? As I mentioned, there are so many people who are dialing the wrong number, and they're just doing whatever is coming to them. But then you should do, even the energy work has to be systematic, it has to be specific. So these knots will come in front of you now. So money does not come from the markets. We feel that, oh, market is down, it is Corona time, and then money is not coming. It's okay, it is Corona time. The markets do influence our money worlds, definitely. But then more than that, or much more than that, it is the knots that actually denote, or that actually control our money lives. So what happens from this is we can't see, and whatever efforts, ideas, strategies we plan out get lost completely, as the law of wasted efforts is there in play. There are so many things we do as spam, isn't it? We have the spam folder or spam things in the email box. So there are so many things we keep on doing which are probably not required at this stage, and we are doing that, and that is where we get into the law of wasted efforts. So have you evaluated how much you have craved for success for so long? Have you evaluated how much efforts you have put in till today? Have you evaluated how much days and times, how much time of the day you have put? Have you evaluated how much you have worked to get the success you need? How many projects you have lost? And a real evaluation needs to be done into these things. Because only when you evaluate and introspect, do you get to know, or do you get to see the actual mirror, the current situation. And only when you see the current situation, would you feel that this requires to be healed now, or this requires to be released now, and you will work towards it. But then there are so many people who try to escape from that particular thing. Oh, I don't have. And if you're healers here, there are so many people, when they turn up to healers, they say, oh, I don't have any problem, only this one particular problem, and only this one particular problem, and only this one particular problem. And having said that, they have said everything, isn't it? So look into your money lives. And of course, in the Samruddhi 2, level 2, we take you deeply into your money lives and the blocks and all, wherein you actually see as to what are the opportunities you have lost and things like that. What is the success rate of your sales? Have you evaluated that? How many ideas you have put in till today? How many various ways you have tried to work on till today to get the money which should be coming to you by default or automatically? How much hard work you have done till today? How much have you lost? How many of your desires have been fulfilled till today? The more unfulfilled desires you have, they will by default attract more unfulfilled desires. The more unfulfilled desires you have, they by default are going to attract more unfulfilled desires. And many a times the unfulfilled desires, one of the places where they get lodged are knees. So if you have knee pains, then in some probability you might be carrying a lot of unfulfilled desires. How many trials have gone down the drain? How many of you have cried for success? How many tears? Yes, there is no wrong in crying, but then cry to reach the root cause. Cries should be a plea to the divine, to the universe, to help you reach the knots and then clear the knots. not just a parrot prayer and then trying to rest. So the truth is that we have failed our talents, we have failed our expertise, we have failed our efforts, we have failed our hard work, we have failed our own expectations, we have failed ourselves. The fact is that we have failed to open these knots. Right? So I will just brief you into 5 knots. I will just brief you into 5 knots. First is the birth knot. So what is the birth knot? The way you are born, when you came out of your mother's womb, just that process of coming out of the mother's womb, if it was a difficult process, wherein if the child came out struggling, or the child struggled for 1.5, 2 hours inside, and there are complications in birth, we all know that. So if there were complications in your birth and then you have struggled to come out of the mother's womb, the imprint, generally the birth imprint, follows in all aspects of your life. What happens is that when you're coming out, the soul feels that, oh, this life is full of struggles. And when you are till the age of 7, everything, whatever you feel, right from the time you are in the womb till the age of 7, everything what you feel, so fast it goes in the subconscious mind. Everything, whatever you experience and whatever you experience, it goes straight directly into the subconscious mind. So it is there that you feel that life is full of struggle. This is one of the knots. There are many, many birth knots. We will not, quite a few birth knots rather. We will not speak of all of them now, but then this is one of the way in which you can be impacted. And these people, they will probably do n number of things, but then till the time they have not healed the situation, till that time things cannot work out. The second knot is the ancestral knot. The ancestral knot is a huge knot. If your father or mother has faced any kind of money discrepancies or any kind of money losses or anything in their money world which has not worked out, in all probability, you have copied and pasted the same into your life. And these are one of the ancestral issues. Of course, there are other things also, but then in a short this thing we cannot speak about the others as well. So this is one of the things in which the ancestral domain can impacts you. All those people who are, many spoke about black magic. If you want to come out of your black magic, the first thing that you should look into healing the domain, the first domain or the first knot you should be looking into doing is your ancestral domain. If your ancestral domain is cleared, your ancestors themselves would help you to clear the black magic, right? Of course, more of that we discuss in the life transformation, not now here. The third knot is relationship with your father. How comfortable you are with your father. Father stands for creation. And if your relationship with father is not up to the mark, you will not be able to create. You will not be able to create a good money world. You will not be able to get the success what you are thinking of. So that is the third money knot. The fourth money knot is chromatophobia. Now, what is chromatophobia? Chromatophobia is the fear around money. If you just type chromatophobia in Google, you will come to know what it is. It is the fear around money. So if there is fear around money for anything that has happened in the past or whatever you're carrying right now, that is termed as chromatophobia and that needs to be healed. Of course, that we do in the Samruddhi 2 workshop. And then, of course, there are other knots as well, but then the 5 knots which we are discussing today, the 5th of that is FCD. Now, FCD is the fundamental childhood decision. Anything that happened in the childhood to you as a little child, you are, at that time, you have made a decision. And when you have made a decision regarding that particular thing, that that is running throughout in your life right now. For example, there was a girl who had come, a lady who had come she was facing some financial issues, and then she was looking out for her ancestral property, and there were other sisters and all were involved, and she was not getting the ancestral property. So when we got deeper into from where it started, we got to know that in the childhood, they were in a joint family, and then her father, and then her father's brother, the chacha, and all of them, they used to fight. There used to be fights in the house over the property, ancestral property. And there used to be a fight, and then it is at that time that she, as a little child, decided in her mind that I don't want all these hassles. I don't want ancestral property. I want peace. I want good relationships in my house. And that got embedded in the subconscious mind, due to which today, now she's grown up. As an adult, she feels with the conscious mind that now I need this property. Why should I leave my ancestral property? And she's fighting tooth and nail for that, but then she's not getting it. Because in the childhood, she had made that decision. And this is called a fundamental childhood decision. So there are many things which we look into in the childhood, and then we make those kind of decisions. So that is also one more knot, or there can be multiple knots which can come from there. So that is also, so these are the 5 knots which I wanted to brief you all into today. So before I take up any questions or we look into going further, just a few testimonies. Of course, Amit, these were all discussed. Sarika was able to get her ancestral property from her estranged brother worth 5.5 CR after she did this work with us. Then there is a lady called Rama who was able to sell her flat worth 3.2 CR, which was not getting done. Then Harpinder ji, she was able to sell off her old car in a day. Nisha, and these are very old testimonials. I have not got time to update this. So these are some of the things which have happened with people, and a lot more. So this was all as far as my part of deliverance was concerned. If there are any questions now, you can unmute yourself and you can ask.
Sir, I am Prasanna Kumar Acharya.
Yeah.
I have been listening. Yesterday I could not attend it. So actually I have been doing EFT, emotional freedom technique, and wax exercise and meditation and all these things I am doing. Does whatever you are saying to raise the vibration, are these the tools to raise the vibration, or you are saying about something else?
The tools to raise vibrations, yes, it's good that you're meditating. It's good that you're doing EFT and all these things. These can help you to raise vibration. There are other things as well. Look into that. How you feel, how you felt in 2020. Has your thought pattern changed from that? Have you attained more peace of mind? Are you able to see life from a higher perspective now? If that, the answer actually lies within you only. If you're able to do that, and if you're able to see that change, then definitely your vibrations have it. If there is a change in your external world, then the vibrations have changed. So that way you can keep raising your vibrations, but lot of work to
do. Actually, my problems are much deeper, and whatever little improvements is going on, that is, I'm feeling a bit desperate, to be very frank.
Yes, I got that. That is just because you have not touched the roots at all. I'll tell you, there are thousands of meditations on the internet, and there are thousands of meditations which all people teach. Different people teach different meditations. But the biggest meditation is the meditation which helps you to clear your life knots.
Yes.
The meditation, that meditation which you see golden light and bright light and purple light, violet light and love and all that, that is just an experience. But the actual meditation is one wherein you close your eyes and you ask, or you connect to the divine, you connect to your higher self, you connect to your angels, and to whomsoever you connect to. I want to know my blocks. I want to know my knots. Please help me. I have seen two of my past lives. I have raised my vibration in a couple of past lives. I've seen that way only myself. So because there was a very strong intent in me, I need to have closure to these things which are running in my life right now. So when you in energy field, when you ask the right questions, it is only then that you can get the answers which you're looking for.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Anybody else? Any questions?
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes, Rubina.
Namaste, sir. Thank you for a wonderful talk. Sir, I wanted to ask you that I lost my father very young when I was 10 years old in a car accident. My father and my nana, or my hostel mein thi us time. So, like you said, the father not for money. So, how does that accident apply a whole lifelong problem with money and no love? Like शादी हुई, सब कुछ बहुत अच्छा था 2-3 साल, फिर प्रॉब्लम्स आने लगी. So it's not that कि वो चीज है नहीं, वो चीज आई है और फिर like you said गायब हो जाती है. So how does that affect? That's what my question was.
When you get into the life transformation workshop, you will get to know even if the father has passed away without seeing the face of the child, that means the mother has got pregnant and the husband has passed away. Even if there is such a situation, there can be a discrepancy in the father energy. We discussed that in the life transformation workshop.
But
major life for one of you, the very first block to clear our relationships.
So, but does an accident like this, like आप बोले के not, is it also a not for future life? Do we imprint it as children?
Absolutely. You carry relationships from one birth to the other. The same father was there in this birth will come to you as a prime relationship in your family in the next birth. And he's been there since so many births.
And you know, I always carry this guilt. Actually, मैं hostel में थी तो पापा मिलने आए थे और बहुत रात हो गई तो उनको मैंने बहुत बोला कि आप मत जाइए दिल्ली वापस. मैं देहरादून में थी बट वो डरते थे, उनको जाना था अपने फादर दादा मतलब मेरे दादा के पास, वेट कर रहे होंगे. और वो एक्सीडेंट बिफोर ही वेंट आई सेड आप जाओ, मैं आपसे कभी भी बात नहीं करूंगी. एंड देन वो I got to know the next day he's not there.
You have unresolved things as far as your father relationship mainly is concerned. Look into healing that. Life transformation, of course, whichever package you choose that has that will help you to resolve relationships.
Thank you.
Yeah. Josie Edwards.
Yes, good morning or evening for you guys. Okay, so yesterday my question didn't come out right. I never knew my father, so I've never had that opportunity. I have major knee issues, and no matter how much money I make, it's like if I don't have, I can't have access to it. I have to put it somewhere where I can't just go and get it, or I invest it in order to save it. So I really want to join your course. I've taken a lot of different money courses, and they've helped me accumulate more money, but it just runs through my hands. Either it's bills or it's always something. I used to have a really bad shopping problem. I'm working on that. It's gotten a lot better, but I honestly feel like the ancestral and the father issues is really a part. So your course will help us heal that.
Yes, take it up with an open mind. Things will fall in place slowly and steadily. Just embrace the money energy with an open mind.
Okay.
Yes. Anybody and everybody who is joining the course, please give with love. When you're giving, as you're making the payment, just tell the universe, just communicate to the universe, I am giving or I am putting this much money for the course to help me identify and clear my money knots, my money blocks. With that intention, give out with love and it will come to you. Of course, having said that, this is not the end. This can be a beautiful beginning. From here, you can get into different things, and then that will help you to resolve more and more knots. So just give with that intention and be happy while giving. And you see, you will see, everybody here would see a good change in you. For some of you, it can be really big. Okay, anybody else? Yeah, Anu Sharma.
Sir, I have attended your call yesterday also and today also, and I am very drawn to this course. I have in the past, I would say in a year, I did 65 courses. I get drawn to new things very easily. But my issue, I think, is that I am not following through. I have done various money workshops also. I have done various healing modalities also. But there is this gap of doing and then taking action. I start with enthusiasm, everything, but I don't finish and I don't follow through. So what could be, you feel, is the reason, and how this course can help me in that?
Did your mother also, was she of that thing wherein she started something and she did not end it?
No, she is very, she has a very strong willpower even after her retirement. She is there and she is following various things in her, not like this. I think in my family, I am the only one who's like this. My sister, my brother, all are very focused and determined people. Yeah.
So
and earlier, I was also like that. Since childhood, I was always focused and determined, but I don't know when this gap came in, but this has come in so fast. From last, I would say 4 or 5 years, I've been doing all kind of courses, but I enrolled, I paid the money, and then it is like over.
You know, Anu, what many times, and when you don't get a proper direction, then you try to run in all directions.
Yes.
And when you go halfway to that particular thing, you say, oh, this is not the path which I wanted. Then you come back, then you look into another direction, right? So you are right now in the searching mode. When you will get your true path, then you will follow it to the very end, right? But for that, you will have to keep searching.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
so
there will be a time wherein you will find an exact path to your liking, something what your soul is actually waiting for. And this is all trial and error which you're doing this. The thing, one more thing which you need to understand is that it is not just learning the modalities. I'll tell you what, I don't even have 10 certificates on my back when I go to my office of healing modalities. Some of the modalities have come to me, some my mom has told to me, and that's all I do. I don't do many modalities. I stick to 2-3 things, but I'm very specific as to what should be. If I need to open up this knot, which is the modality, or what is the thing that is technique which is going to help me do that. And when you look into doing that, then that will help you much more than all the various things which you have done. And for that, when you understand life completely, that life is not just merely about healing. Life is about releasing whatever is unrequired. It is then that a change can happen. People feel that spirituality, it is about something, bringing in something new. No, spirituality is about 90% clearing of the past and approximately 10% of integrating whatever is there you've got in the present and the past, integrating all of that. So look into, if you're drawn to this workshop, you can try this. And once you get your path, then things would get sorted out by themselves.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else?
Hi, Veejay.
Yeah, hi, Samruddhi.
Hi. Hi, thank you. I've been attending your workshop past 2 days. I must say, such an amazing workshop. I'm really, really happy that I got a chance to be a part of this. And what you are saying absolutely makes so much sense. I mean, you don't need, a lot of prior knowledge to maybe understand all of this, especially if you are in tune to the वो जिसको बोलते हैं ना पुराना एक नॉलेज होता था जो पीढ़ी दर पीढ़ी हमें पास किया जाता था कि this is how you ought to have a relationship with others, with money. This is traditional knowledge which is so somewhere getting lost, and it's such a lovely experience to be a part of this workshop. So my congratulations to you on that.
Thank you. Welcome, Samruddhi.
And the other question I had specifically was, I've already enrolled for your workshop, so I look forward to be a part of that and go in more deeper detail. But I had a basic question. See, I know what the blocks are. I know what my blocks are. I know what past issues or what past whatever is causing them. I can also look at other people. I can clearly see their blocks. I know exactly what in their life या जो भी है is causing them present blocks. But how does recognizing those blocks help me to address them or get rid of them? Merely seeing, I can recognize, but how do you consciously use that knowledge to basically get rid of it? Is that something a part of the workshop, or could you just hint at that?
Okay, so what happens with the Samruddhi workshop is that you raise your vibrations to a level where you are able to recognize, or you're able to understand, oh, this is a money block, or a money knot, which probably you were just knowing that, okay, this money problem is there in my life, but now you will know it as a knot. So these are two different things. Secondly, as you raise your vibrations, as you have a strong intent that this knot needs to be opened up, it is then that the universe will help you in choosing the right person or the right medium to help you open that particular knot. So this is all internal work. This will come to you, and through that, automatically the divine would guide you. It is not that possibly I am there to the last step. Even if you're doing this work with me, possibly I can help you climb 2-3 steps, but then possibly the next 4-5 steps would be taken over by somebody else, and then maybe then if there is anything required, then I might come. So it is basically about the soul. It is about the soul understanding what the block is, and it is about the soul connecting, wherein the divine helps you.
No, definitely. I understand that, and I know where you're coming from, and definitely it involves a lot of in-depth healing. But I'm talking from, okay, if I'm talking from a general perspective, I'm a very intuitive person. I can see when things are happening. So, okay, there are some blocks within me. I know prima facie the cause for them, the root cause and everything. I can look at other people around me. I can see the root cause of certain problems in their lives and where it is being caused. And I'm talking of those knots that you are talking about. I'm not talking about the problems. I'm talking about the knots. Okay, I can see those knots. My point is, how do I help myself or others untie those knots when I can see them? I mean, just counseling won't help, right? Just telling
so
them.
that is what, okay. Now I got your question. So then there are processes. So these are all, like Samruddhi is also a process. When you get into Samruddhi 1, Samruddhi 2, some of the knots you will get to know, and those knots will loosen up. In Samruddhi 2 also, a few knots will get loosened up. And then as you go on doing it, and then you go on looking into clearing that, automatically, slowly and steadily, they will go. So understanding is an intellect, through the intellect, but through higher vibrations of the intellect to understand and recognize the knots. If you've already done that, then of course there are processes to release or to clear a particular knot. So if you, for example, come across a knot which is an ancestral knot, it is there that you need to take up ancestral work and you need to clear that particular knot. So if there is someone who has specifically black magic, so he needs to look into black magic, also resolving the black magic thing. So you need to be focused on that particular thing, and every knot, opening every knot is a process.
Right.
It's a process, and you will be taken through. There are quite a few processes in the Samruddhi 1, Samruddhi 2, in the life transformations also. And through that, you will understand, you will get you will get to know much more about it. Because it is a process, I cannot explain much more. Getting into the process is a much different thing and an experiential thing, which you will.
All right. Thank you. I look forward to it.
Yeah. Thanks. Welcome, Samruddhi. Okay. Anybody else?
Good evening, Vijay ji.
Yeah. Good evening, Sunita.
Supposing I do this course of yours,
Hmm.
the main problem is that my husband has got intense knowledge, but he does not earn how much knowledge is there with him.
Hmm.
So will it be useful for him?
Are you into any kind of business or trade, or what exactly is your profession?
I am just a housewife. I used to run a boutique, but I have stopped it.
You have stopped it. Very frankly, I don't think it would help your husband much.
Okay.
If you would have been directly connected with any kind of, you would have had your name in any kind of any businesses or anything of that sort, then I would have possibly said a yes that you can do. But then if you're not connected with money directly, then
I'm connected in the way like I check off all his bills. I do all his bank statements, the post statements, and all that way I carry on with what is this. And most probably it is me who suggests him as to what should be done further.
that is okay. Do you have your name in any of his businesses?
No, I don't have my name.
See, then it is by choice that if you want, you can take up this work. It is by choice, solely by choice. And you can see if it works. Like yesterday, the lady who came in, Aditi, her husband actually, he was also from the last 2 years, he was not getting salary. He was a civil contractor or something. So that way, if it affects him indirectly, then you can just hope for that. But if you ask me a direct question that whether it is going to help, then I would say on the face of it, probably a no.
Okay, thank you.
But it is by choice. If you want, you can move ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Okay, another thing I wanted to ask you now, like how my son has also got involved in the business. So is it necessary that his name should also be there in the proprietorship?
No, name is a totally different thing. Why I'm asking name is that because if your name is there in a particular business, then definitely your vibrations affect that particular business. So from that perspective, I was asking that if your name is there in the business, your vibrations are going to affect. In that case, it will make more sense in picking up this work.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, Isil. Yeah, Isil. Cannot hear you, Isil. Cannot hear you, Isil. Okay, anybody else in the meantime?
Now, is it okay now?
No, Isil cannot hear you.
Vishal.
Isil cannot hear you. Anybody else in the meantime? Okay. So if there are no more. Yes, Suni Shines @gmail.com.
Yes, sir. I want to know if we do the first course, how much knowledge do we get? Because that is different and this is different. So what is the difference between the two? Between both the courses? I mean, I've read whatever is there, but want to know more practically what is better, like,
I would always recommend the Samruddhi 2 because that takes you deeper into the wallet bath, and that is also very important. The money which comes to you, that also when it comes to you, it has to be cleansed and it has to be kept in your safe lockers or whatever. So there are many things in Samruddhi 2 which are not there in Samruddhi 1. So my recommendation would be always Samruddhi 2, but then you can go in with whatever appeals to you. And it is not about knowledge. Knowledge is it is about wisdom. It is about experiencing, right? So if there is what we look into is mainly experiential in the workshops. So that is what our aim is, because it is only through the experience that there can be, only through the process that there can be a change.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jen.
Yes, sir. I think now you are hearing, right? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, I am able to hear you.
Yeah, actually, you were telling something, but I couldn't understand it. Or something you were telling you have some block or something. When I was telling you
I'm not
problems.
getting any answer for you, Azil.
Oh.
I'm not getting any answer for you at this point of time. Look into clearing dark energies.
Oh, then what should I do for that at least?
Dark energies, see, we remove dark energies. You will have to connect with me separately on that.
Do you have any program for that? No.
Pardon?
Do you have any program for that?
Any program?
Yeah, any class or something? Any course?
No, the course in the sense we have the healing remedy which we do on Amavasyas for clearing the black magic. So if anybody wants to do that, you all can get in touch with Amrish and then you can, or with the Mystic Lotus team, and then connect with me on that.
You're telling that this is regarding the black magic or something.
Pardon?
You're telling that all this based on black magic or something.
I can see dark energies, lot of dark energies. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you. So let us move towards the closure. Yeah, so it's here. You can private message on Telegram at the Mystic Lotus for more details, and then that will be shared with you. And okay, let me see if I have the curriculum for all those who are interested. I have that handy. Give me a minute. Okay, any other questions in the meantime? Okay. So the package A package A is from 7th to the 14th, 7th to the 12th, and then from the 14th to the 18th, which is the package A, the Samruddhi, and then of course the package B, the level 2, that is about the money mindset. Now, as we spoke about money, if you're looking at creating something for the other person, money will come fast to you. So these are very small little things, but so very deep. So that is what is covered in the Samruddhi 2 workshop. Then, as I mentioned yesterday, cleansing money memory. Whatever money comes to you, if a person is given out of a state of scarcity, then the money carries that particular energy, and that needs to be cleansed before it gets into you. So that is what healing a lot of money wounds, healing the pains, the blocks, disappointments, because all these things which have happened in the past, they are not allowing you to connect to the money energy. If you say that you love money, but then at the same time, if you're carrying the pain that money has not come to you, or the blocks which are there, or the disappointments, setbacks related to money, then there is no love. There is only attachment, because you know that you need money, right? So that needs to be healed. That is what we look into part 2. There is a beautiful abundance ceremony to end the workshop. Elephants and money, how elephants are connected with money. And there is a chakra activation for money. And we look into one meditation of releasing stuck up money. Of course, there is no guarantee of that the stuck up money is going to come back. That depends on quite a few factors, which we're going to discuss there at that time. But then, yes, there is a particular meditation or a technique which is taught to release stuck up money, and then a lot of herbs which are useful in the money world. So that is all there in the package B, which is priced at 18,999. So that is what is recommended, but it's all up to you as to what appeals to you, and you can take that particular work accordingly, right? So before we move on to the closure, let us close with the Satwakarani Anthem, which we have at Satwakarani. And of course, this is in Hindi, and I'll also take it up in English as I finish the Hindi part. So it goes like this: Na taklifon se bhagenge, na mushkilon se darenge, na ab हौसला खोएंगे, na kabhi बाजी छोड़ेंगे, ना ही आंसू बहाएंगे, ना तो हिम्मत हारेंगे, इरादे हैं अटल, पक्का है विश्वास, बस अब तो कष्ट मिटेंगे, अब तो दर्द मिटेंगे, अब तो कष्ट घटेंगे, अब तो दर्द मिटेंगे, जन्म लेकर जो आए हैं तो कामयाब होकर ही लौटेंगे, तो कामयाब होकर ही लौटेंगे, तो कामयाब होकर ही लौटेंगे. We should carry that zest in us that we are going to go back successful. And here it is in English for those of you who cannot understand Hindi. I will not run away from my problems, nor fear any difficulties that come my way, nor will I lose hope, nor will I quit any time. I will not cry, neither will I lose courage. Determined am I, have full trust. Now the sufferings will go, now the pain will subside. Life that I have got today, I will successfully live and return back. I will successfully live and return back. I will successfully live and return back. So with that, thank you everybody. And it was really nice being with you all from the last 2 days. Whatever experiences you've got, please be open enough to share in the Telegram group so that I too come to know as to what effect the healing was for different people. So you all can please go ahead and share it in the Telegram group for all of you to whom this appeals. I look forward to meeting you when we start our bonus program on the 7th with the life transformations. And then of course in the Samruddhi 1 and the Samruddhi 2, all those of you who would be there, right? Thank you everybody, God bless, and hope and pray that this has helped you and at least introduced you to some of the knots and the things which you should be doing, right? Thank you so much. And Pooja, I will connect with you tomorrow. Yeah, I received your message, but I was busy, I couldn't reply. I will connect with you tomorrow, right? Thank you so much, right? Bye-bye.